Culpa Nuestra, our fault. Every story begins with love. But some loves are written in shadows. The screen is completely black. A faint sound of laughter, light and innocent, echoes in the darkness. Slowly, it fades away, replaced by the hollow echo of a closing door. The contrast is unsettling, joy quickly swallowed by silence. A soft piano note plays, low and lingering, like a heartbeat barely holding on. Then a whisper rises in the dark. Every secret has a cost. The hook is simple, sharp, and emotional, designed to grab the audience instantly and set the mood for what's about to unfold. Asterisk. The screen glows dimly, showing blurred silhouettes of two people standing close, their hands brushing together as if afraid to let go. The world around them is quiet. Only the sound of breathing and faint city noises in the distance. Narrator's voice, calm but heavy with meaning. At first, it was only love. Two hearts chasing a dream they thought would never break. A quick flash, the city at dusk. Cars moving. Lights flickering in windows. The world moving fast while the two stand still, wrapped in their fragile moment. Their laughter fills the air once more, but this time it feels fragile. As if hiding something darker underneath, the music builds softly, a haunting violin weaving with the piano. The camera, still faceless, only showing shadows, silhouettes, blurred reflections, follows the pair walking through empty streets. Their movements are close, intimate, but never clear enough to reveal who they are. It's not about them as individuals, it's about the story they carry. A door creaks open. A heavy slam echoes. The sound shatters the quiet mood. The screen cuts to black again, voiceover, but love is never simple. Every smile hides a truth. Every promise hides a lie. Images flash, a letter burning slowly in someone's hand. A wine glass tipping over, spilling red liquid across the floor. A hand pressed desperately against a rain-soaked window. Each image is brief, fleeting, almost like a memory breaking apart. The music sharpens, one note at a time, like drops of water echoing in a dark room. Then silence returns, heavy and suffocating. Final whisper of Section 1. It began with love. But it will not end the same. Asterisk. The music sharpens. A faint pulse rising beneath the silence, like a heartbeat echoing in a hollow chest. The screen flickers from black into quick, disjointed flashes. A streetlight in the rain, the edge of a mirror with a blurred reflection. Fingers trembling as they hold a phone that never lights up. The rhythm begins to build. Every image shorter, faster, pulling the audience deeper into the storm. Narrator's voice, now heavier, carries an edge. They thought their love could survive anything. But the truth doesn't ask for permission. It breaks in, it tears apart, and it leaves nothing the same. The screen shows a faceless silhouette walking away down a narrow corridor, the walls closing in with each step. The echo of those footsteps grows louder, faster, almost panicked. Suddenly, silence again. A voice, not a narrator this time, but raw and human, whispered through the dark. You lied to me. The words hang in the air like smoke. Impossible to clear away. Scenes collide in a rush of sound and shadow. A glass shatters on the ground, fragments catching the faintest light before fading back into darkness. A hand clutches a torn photograph, the image too blurred to see, but the pain clear in the gesture. Rain pounds against windows as if trying to break through. A faceless figure presses against the wall, shaking, whispering, "We can't go back." The music grows urgent, strings cutting sharply against the beat of a drum. Each sound feels like a wound opening wider. Narration continues, soft but piercing. Love that hides in shadows cannot last. When secrets surface, hearts must choose to fight, to surrender, or to destroy everything in their path. A silhouette runs through the rain. Another slams a door. Another falls to the floor, head in hands, though their face is never revealed. The chaos is faceless, yet deeply human. The heartbeat sound grows louder, stronger, almost unbearable, until it suddenly cuts off, leaving only a breath. Heavy and broken. Final whisper of Section 2. The truth always finds you. Even when you're not ready. Asterisk. The silence breaks like a scream muffled by thunder. A sharp sound of glass exploding cuts through the dark. The screen flickers with violent flashes, a wine bottle crashing against the floor. A car engine roaring to life in the dead of night, headlights slicing through the rain. The music shifts, no longer soft strings, but pounding drums and heavy, breathless violins rising higher and higher, as if chasing something that refuses to stop. The narrator's voice, now strained, low and fierce, every choice has a price. And when love turns into obsession, that price demands to be paid. A silhouette slams a fist against a table, the sound echoing like a gunshot. Another faceless figure grips their chest, trembling, their breath ragged, almost choking on the weight of words unspoken. In the shadows, two hands reach for each other, desperate, trembling, but just before they touch, the screen cuts to black. Suddenly, flashes collide in a violent montage, tires screeching on wet asphalt. A door ripped open with force. A figure running through the rain, chased by shadows we cannot see. A necklace slipping from a hand and crashing into a puddle. Eyes blurred in the mirror, filled with something between rage and heartbreak. A broken voice, faceless, whispers, "If this is our fault, then we'll pay for it together." The line is carried into silence, stretching, suffocating. Then the sound of a single heartbeat begins again, louder and louder, syncing with the flashes. A candle flame flickering out. A hand reaching for a phone but never dialing. A window shattering from the inside. Narrator, almost whispering now, "Love is not gentle. It is fire. And once it burns, it leaves nothing but ashes." The screen cuts in and out of chaos. A faceless scream. A hand gripping the steering wheel. A shadow collapsing against the wall. The music spirals higher, breaking apart into distorted echoes, as if the soundtrack itself is tearing under the weight of what's happening. For a moment, everything stops. Black screen, only breathing, heavy, uneven. Then boom, a violent crash of sound. The final image is a faceless silhouette falling to their knees in the rain, lightning cutting across the screen behind them. Final whisper of Section 3. And once the truth is revealed, nothing can ever be undone. Asterisk darkness swallows the screen. The chaos, the shouts, the broken glass all gone. Only silence remains. Then a single breath is heard. It's shaky, uneven, almost like someone who has run too far, too fast, and has finally stopped. The silence is so sharp it feels like it could cut. A faint whisper crawls through the darkness. Culpa Nuestra. Suddenly, the screen flickers alive with fragments of memory, quick, violent, unfinished. A car door slams shut. A hand, trembling, drops a key onto the floor. A pair of shadows stand inches apart but never touch. Each image cuts in and out like lightning, leaving only tension and questions. The music returns, but it's different now. Slow, steady drums beat like a funeral march. Strings swell, not chaotic this time, but heavy, like a truth too painful to ignore. The narrator's voice returns, calm but devastating. Love brought them together. Secrets tore them apart. Now the fault belongs to both. Images intensify again, a faceless figure screaming into the rain, unheard. Letters torn and scattered across the street, carried by the wind. A mirror shattering, pieces falling in slow motion, each shard reflecting blurred fragments of the story. Two silhouettes reaching out. But instead of meeting, they fall away into darkness. The pace quickens. The heartbeat sound returns, louder than ever. Every beat matches an image, a slammed door, a broken chain, footsteps running through shadows. The storm of images builds faster and faster, until it suddenly stops, complete silence. The black screen holds for a breath, then white letters appear in bold. Stark clarity, Culpa Nuestra, our fault. The music crashes in with one final, piercing note that echoes into emptiness after a pause. The final line of narration. Some stories are not about forgiveness. Some are about the price of love. And the scars it leaves behind. The logo of Prime Video fades in beneath the title. A release date flashes briefly. Then one last whisper in the dark. Our fault. The screen fades to black. Nothing remains but silence.